G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, my pond is leaking really bad, like worse than it has before. So, I was leak investigating, and that's why I am on the ground filming with the front camera, really shit audio, because this is live action. I'm showing you what I'm finding as I find it. So, let me turn the camera around. Alright, so just ignore how dirty the glass is. Mr. Grimy there. So we've got a leak there. That leak's been there for like a year, and it wasn't enough to drop the water level in the time the water change system water changed the water, if that makes sense. So I knew there was a worse leak somewhere. The pain in the ass thing is I've got this 75mm pipe in the way. Oh look, little baby cockroach. But I found the leak. Can you see it with the camera? So look, this is all rusty, guys. I thought stainless steel doesn't rust. Hang on. There you go. So that is dripping there, which lines up with this pipe here. So it's leaking around that pipe, which is annoying but good, because that means I've localized the main leak. Kind of at a crossroad here. Do I fix it, or do I try set something up for the raise a bit quicker than I was going to? My problem with setting something up for the raise is it's not warm enough outside yet to run no heaters. I don't want to heat an aquaponics tub basically. So I'm going to try pull some of that old shit off. I knew it was something to do with the filter or this pipe, because when I come in the mornings, the water level would drop to near the bottom of this pipe, but it wouldn't go any lower than the pipe. So that was a pretty clear indication that it was that, in fact, that leaking. Stingray pups are doing well, for anyone that's interested. Yeah, so don't be fooled by how dirty that glass is. Look, you can see here how clean the water is. I don't know about this ray, guys. It's 63% black diamond, but I regret getting him, I think. He's just not what I thought he was going to turn out to be. But yeah, so that's the story behind that ray. Kind of thinking about selling him and cutting my losses. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got heaps of Africans to strip, like I'm talking shitloads. But this is going to take priority, and I'm going to measure, I'm going to make some dividers for the pond. So what my plan from here is, because if you guys know, I haven't been able to really breed the rays in this pond. Like, they've never bred in there. I've only ever bred in the 7x4. So on where that brace is there, and that brace is under there, I'm going to put two dividers in it. So this divider will actually be across the glass, and my plan is, if I want to attach it to this brace and hope that it's like 12mm perspex, the stuff that I've got to divide it. I should have started with that. My plan is the 12mm perspex should be, if I bolt through this, it should actually be strong enough to hold it without any rocks or anything at the bottom. Anyway, I'm going to flake this off. I'm not going to record it because there's nowhere here to set my tripod up, and it's the most awkward position possible to ever work. So I'll see you in a sec. Alright guys, so the good news is I found the leak. The bad news is I found the leak. So it wasn't coming from where I was suspecting. I got some silicone under there, the underwater stuff, and I noticed there was still a drip. And then I looked underneath again and I noticed that the drip wasn't exactly where I thought it was. It's actually here. And it's actually a crack in the stainless steel. The stainless steel's cracked where the foot was. So I've put some silicone on it, but the problem with that silicone is I beat it and it sits there. As soon as I try to touch it and like feather it, it sticks to my finger and not the stainless. So I'm hoping that there's just enough there to create a plug for now. I guess I'll get underneath and have a look. So what actually happened, the blue resin was still stuck to the crack. So I actually saw something funny there and pushed and flicked the blue resin off, and it's just started pissing out. Like I could hear the water like psh. So anyway, in short, I might have to make this tank repair sooner than I want to. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, 100% honest, I hate this pond. I wish I never ever put it in. When I got it, it was like amazing. I got it for free. I thought it was going to be the best thing in the world, but it's been an absolute nightmare. The rays don't breed in it for some reason. It takes up so much room in the fish room. Like I'm literally, if I got rid of this, I could fit like another, say 2, 4, 6, 8 odd tanks in here. And like not small tanks either, like 200 litre tanks. So this pond is really getting on my nerves. If I could get it out, I would take it out, like 100%. But the only way to get this out would be to cut it up. And I'm not talking just cut it in half. This thing would need to be cut in like more than 6 pieces, I reckon. The pieces would need to be small enough to fit through that gap. So I would cut there and there, slide that out and cut again, slide that out and get it out, and then just keep doing the same thing the other way. It would probably be a good 8-hour job just cutting it out. I'm standing right in front of the center. Oh, there we go. And then, yeah. So one thing I'm considering throwing a pond liner in it, or I just fiberglass it. I don't know. Fiberglassing it is a massive job. My original plan was just to drain it and fiberglass it, but I'm losing all faith in this thing. If anybody in Perth is willing to help me fiberglass for a day, for cash money that isn't ridiculous, or even fish, and you have even just a little bit of fiberglassing experience, hit me up. But yeah, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. I don't know how, I can't sugarcoat it all. We're not stripping African cichlids today, guys. I'm just not in the fucking mood. Alright, I'm gonna see if it's leaking still. Alright guys, if you look through my, oh you fuck off you little fucker. Get out of it. Oh my god, did you see that? The Sudi's trying to eat the fucking plastic. Alright, so what I was about to say, I got some plastic and I put the silicone on the plastic, and then I put the plastic in the tank and pushed it against the hole, and it's not leaking. There's water dripping at the front here, but that's from me spilling water, I think. I hope. I really need to think about sorting it out, guys. I haven't seen a drip yet. I might have to... Stupid light's gone out. I might have to put a brick on that or something to stop the fucking fish from grabbing it. I'm gonna go get a brick. So I decided on a ridiculously heavy rock, guys. It's like 10 times heavier than a brick. And I know the rays will just push the brick out of the way. So a few of you guys have suggested using a swimming pool, like a Kmart one. But I don't know if I trust, oh, standing on shit. I don't know if I trust stingrays in one of those pools. Like, all it would take is one of their barbs to go through the pool. If I've got one of those pools, maybe if I could get a second one, and with the second one not put poles through it and just put rope through where the pole's meant to go and wrap the rope all the way around, like weave the second layer inside the first layer so it's double layered. I think I'd be confident with that, but at the moment that's what I'm leaning towards. The ray pops are looking cool. They're pretty washed out in the white tubs. When I go to sell them, I'm actually going to swap them over to silver baskets like this one, so that way they show darker colours. But I won't be selling them for a while yet. For those of you that are interested, it'll probably be at least a month. I'd say a month absolute minimum, until I'll be moving the pups, because I want them eating proper pellets, like properly. I made a mistake before. I gave somebody a ray. I gave it to him for free because he was a friend, and the ray didn't survive after it didn't travel well. So I've learnt the hard way not to rush with the rays. That one there is going to be sick. I don't know whether to keep one or not, guys. I could really use the cash, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I'm selling one ray where she is gone. So it's turning into a bit of a rambling shit video. Oh, that big girl there. I kind of want to sell her. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what to do now, whether to measure up this pond to divide it or just work out a pool situation. I think we're going to just work out a pool situation, guys. Note, guys, I just realised this girl's got her tube down. She's tiny, so the tube is really hard to see, but it's way down. I don't think, she hasn't laid anywhere. I haven't really had these two together at all. I've had a bit too much going on to trial them together, so this is only like the second time they've ever been together. Charles is pretty chilled, but he doesn't really attack girls. What, she'll probably do it as I say it. Don't do that, buddy. I was just talking you up and now you'd go attack her. So I'm going to watch them for a bit and just chill and calm down a bit, because I'm pretty upset. I'm going to wrap today's video up there. I'm a little bit happier. There was a positive. I just stripped a Janet Johansson female for the first time. So that means I'm up to 16 successful breeding colonies of Africans. If you include flower horns and rays, and what else? That's about it. Flower horns and rays, that's 18 total groups of breeding. I'm pretty happy with that. It's all, the way I look at it, it's all well and good to say I have like 25 different species of fish, but if you can say that 18 are successfully breeding, that's cool. The only one that should be breeding that isn't is the crabro. They're old enough to breed and they're not for some reason. all of my adults are successfully breeding, which is a pretty big accomplishment, I think. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.